everyone, it's Kyoko here and welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to be here today, and today we're going to talk about a quinceanera checklist for all of you parents out there who are wondering, like, when do I do certain things or when do I need to hire vendors and such. I am going to answer that question for you. But before we get started, please make sure you hit that like button, you subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and let's get started. Okay, so let's talk about the checklist here. First off, before I explain all the checklists, please make sure you get out a notebook and pencil out and write these down, because I am going to list the checklist right here on this side. So yeah, so excited to give you guys this checklist. I put this checklist together based off the dates on when you should start hiring vendors and asking people to be in your court, etc, etc. So here we go. So 10 to 12 months before your quinceanera, here's the list right here. First, you have to figure out your budget. Figure out how much you want to spend on your quinceanera. Figure out like the amount you want to spend. Quinceaneras could be very expensive, so just figure out how much you want to spend on your quinceanera. Some people spend about $10,000 for their quince. Other people spend like $30,000, etc. So it can go above and beyond, and it goes crazy. So make sure you figure out your budget, how much you want to spend, and set that goal to that. You might end up spending more than what you planned for, but that's okay. At least you're able to get what you need done. But if you are figuring out your budget, how much you want to spend first before planning all this out. The second thing you need to do is to look for a venue. Of course, we have to find a venue where we could have the quinceanera, of course, because without the venue, then we don't know where people go. So find a venue where you can hold a quinceanera at, and select different venues. Consider your budget, of course, and figure out which venues you need to go to. And keep in mind, again, this is a list for the 10 to 12 months before your quinceanera. So this is what you need to do first, 10 to 12 months before then. Also, next, you want to contact a priest. So contact your priest if you are in a Catholic-based religion. So if you're Catholic, you want to make sure you contact your priest. Make sure that he is available for your date, of course. So plan that out. Make sure that is planned ahead first. So figure out your budget, contact a priest, your venue. So those are the three things first. Next thing you have to do is select your quince court. So figure out who is going to be a part of your court. Damas and chambelanes, figure that out 10 to 12 months before. Make sure the people that you want to be a part of your quinceanera is available, of course, and discuss with them and talk to them. If they don't know what a quinceanera is, make sure you explain to them what it is and that you want them to be a part of it. Secondly, make sure you select potential godparents to be a part of the quinceanera. Like I said, if you're in a Catholic religion, of course, you need godparents, so make sure you have the godparents ready to go, so they can be a part of your quinceanera as well. 10 to 12 months from now, you also want to figure out your theme and your color. What theme you want for your quinceanera and what color you want. That's also very important as well, so make sure you figure out a theme that you want for your quinceanera. 10 to 12 months from now, make sure you are looking for a food vendor. Food people. Food is very important. Everyone needs to eat, so make sure you're figuring out a food vendor and you're going out looking for people who could serve the meal to your people. So make sure you're looking for food vendors. Sometimes venues already do offer someone that does do that, so talk to your venue about that. But if they don't, make sure you're going out looking for a food vendor that can do that. Lastly, is figuring out the guest list. Guest list. Figure out who you want to invite, the max amount of people you want to invite, especially when you book a venue, because some venues only allow you to have a certain amount of people at their venue. Some people will allow you to have 200 people. Some will only allow you to have 150 people. And other big, huge venues will allow you to have up to 300 to 400 people. So make sure you have a list down of people you want to invite. Make sure you invite the most important people at your quinceanera and make sure they are available. First, invite the most important people that are close into your life, and after that, then invite other people who have been a part of your life for a little bit. Now we move on from 10 to 12 months before your quince, 7 to 9 months before your quince. So here's the list for 7 to 9 months before your quinceanera. Between 7 to 9 months, you want to hire a DJ, of course. Select your DJ, figure out what DJ is going to be best for your quinceanera. Be at your event, someone that could work with you and play the music that you want to play at your quinceanera. And don't hire a DJ that's not going to work with you or not going to cooperate with you, of course. Make sure you find a DJ that can work for you, that is going to work with you at your event, and that is a good DJ. Also, 7 to 9 months from now, you want to hire a choreographer. Find a choreographer that's going to work with you at your quinceanera, and that's going to listen to you. That's going to be a great listener to you and what you want and what your vision is for your quinceanera. Once you hire a choreographer, plan out your waltz and surprise dance, your vals and baile sorpresa dance. So make sure you plan that out with your choreographer. Tell her your vision, tell her what you want. He or she, tell them what you're looking for in your dance, and they will figure it out for you. Also, 7 to 9 months from now, you want to find a dress, so make sure you find a dress right away. Finding the dress as soon as possible, because once you put on the dress, you'll definitely have to alternate the dress and make sure it's fitted for you. So make sure you're finding the dress now, 7 to 9 months from now, before your quinceanera, so all that is set and ready to go. Also, you want to find your court's outfit as well. Make sure your court has their suit ready and your damas have their dress ready. So make sure all that is planned out, coordinated, and let the parents know so they're able to take them to the store to have them fitted. Florist and decoration, make sure you have flowers ready and decorations ready. You have to go to a flower store to figure out all the flowers, or how many flowers you need, of course, and go to the flower store because you need to book that ahead of time. People ran out of flowers right away, or they don't have the colors you want available, so make sure you plan the flower out just right away. So make sure you go look for that and then you have that planned out. You need a videographer and a photographer as well. So 7 to 9 months from now, get your videographer, get your photographer. That's the most important thing, so you have pictures and videos ready to go for your quinceañera. So make sure you book someone right away and ahead of time, and make sure it's a photographer that you could work with and a videographer that you could work with that can see in your vision on what you want. Make sure you look at their Instagram and their prior work ahead of time before booking them. Don't just book someone randomly just because it's a lot cheaper. Make sure you look at their work before ahead of time. And once that's completely finalized, your 7 to 9 months, you want to send out your save the dates. So send out your save the dates 7 to 9 months ahead of time so people know and could save that date for you. So make sure you send out save the dates for the quinceañera. It's very much common for weddings, but for quinceañeras it's very good to have. So send out save the dates as well, so if you have families from out of state or out of country, they can plan that out ahead of time and be there for your event. Now we are on the next stage, 4 to 6 months before your quinceañera. Here is the list right here. 4 to 6 months before your quinceañera, you want to find your shoes. What shoes are you wearing on the day of your quinceañera? Is it tennis shoes? Is it heels? Figure that out right now and plan that ahead of time. I would talk to your choreographer about the shoes. They know what's best, what shoes you should wear for your dance, especially since you're working on your ballet sorpresa dance and your waltz dance. Make sure you talk to them about the shoes and what you're wearing so that they know how to choreograph your dance based off your shoes. Also, next, 4 to 6 months from now, you need to figure out who is going to do the blessing at your quinceañera. Figure out who is going to do that as well. Find someone that can do that for you to do the blessing before you begin dinner. If you're not in a Catholic-based church and you are a Christian, of course you want to look for someone that can do the blessing. Ask your pastors, ask your youth pastors, ask anybody. Maybe someone will be happy to help. Ask your family members, maybe they'll like to do the blessing. Just ask anybody who is available. But 4 to 6 months from now, and someone that could do the blessing. Also, 4 to 6 months from now, you want to do a hair and makeup trial. So find someone that could do your hair and makeup. Look around, ask anybody, look it up on the website in your area. Best quince hairstylists and makeup artists. Find that, look for someone that is available on your day and that could attend your day, and make sure they are available for your date. And also, before you hire them, make sure you do a trial run to make sure it is something that you want. Sometimes we put on makeup and then we look at it and it's not what we like, so maybe it's not the right hair and makeup person for you. So that's why we do a trial run, to make sure that you guys could work together and that she could do the vision of the makeup and the hair you want. Now we are on to the next set. 2 to 3 months from now, before your quinceañera, send out invitations. We gotta send out those invitations, guys, 2 to 3 months before your quinceañera. So send out those invitations right now, 2 to 3 months before your quinceañera, especially people, your friends, your families that are in your area. Send out those invitations right now. You already sent the save the date, so they already expect that the invitation is coming. So right now you should be sending out your invitations so they know the address, where to go, and where they need to be at what time. So send out those invitations 2 to 3 months ahead of time, you guys. 2 to 3 months ahead of time. So make sure you send out those invitations. Very important. Do not send it out last minute, 2 weeks, 1 week from now. No. Send out 2 to 3 months ahead of time so you can make sure everyone is available and they are able to be there. Ordering the cake 2 to 3 months before ahead of time is very important as well. Make sure you go find a cake, go do some cake testing. That's pretty much my favorite part. So go do some cake testing, try out some cakes, and see which cakes you'll want at your event. 2 to 3 months ahead of time, make sure you're booking a bartender that can serve alcohol to all the adults. So make sure 2 to 3 months from now, you're booking a bartender. So make sure you have a bartender book ahead of time. 1 month before your quinceañera, here's a list right here. 1 month before your quinceañera is you need to finalize the guest list, who RSVP and who is attending. So finalize those guest lists and make sure that you can see everyone that is attending. So finalize those guest lists. If there's some people who will not be attending, then that is a great way of you knowing. So that way the people that you didn't expect to invite, now you can invite them, like, oh wow, we have more room for people to come to our quinceañera. Especially like if you have someone in mind, like you really did want to invite but there was no room, but this is the time now. Now you can do the seating chart, plan all the seating charts right now. Make sure all the seats are ready to go. Make sure you know who is sitting where. Make sure you have important family members sitting in the front, of course, so they can see everything, especially people who are coming from far away. Make sure you have them sit in front too so they can see everything. 1 week before your quinceañera, here's a list right here. Finalizing transportation. So finalize all those transportation. Make sure everyone has a way of getting to the church. Make sure everyone has a way of getting to your event, especially the court. Parents might be busy that day, they might be working and stuff, and they're not able to pick up their kids. So that is your job to figure out all the transportation, who is picking up what, who is getting so-and-so, and etc. Next thing you want to do 1 week from now is to confirm with all your vendors. Make sure all the vendors are able to attend. I said this earlier, I believe it was like 2 to 3 months ahead of time, but make sure you're confirming with all the vendors that they are going to attend the event. 1 week from now, you want to wrap all the gifts. If you're planning on giving gifts, usually people give gifts to the court, thanking them for being a part of the quinceañera. So if you want to do that, 1 week ahead of time will be a great time to do that. So make sure you're planning out the gifts to give to everyone in your court. Last but not least, the day before your quinceañera, 1 day before your quinceañera, do a venue rehearsal. Venue rehearsals are very important. Go step by step on what's happening on that day with everyone there. Make sure everyone's able to attend the venue rehearsal. It is very important. I would recommend hiring your choreographer for the venue rehearsal. Ask them how much they charge for a venue rehearsal for them to attend. So make sure you plan that out. Venue rehearsals are great because you get to see how everything is, how everything's planned out and stuff. Also, venue rehearsal is good too because you could start decorating as well if you need to decorate. So you could drop off any decorations on the day of the venue rehearsal, so that way everything is set and ready to go, but venue rehearsals are very important. If your choreographer can attend there, great, so they could go through step by step with the core what they need to do, where they enter, where they exit, where they take their seat, etc. So if you are able to, you're able to hire a choreographer for the venue rehearsal, go ahead and do that. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it, but make sure you ask the choreographer how much they charge for a venue rehearsal, because it is completely different from doing a regular practice. That is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video on Quinceanera checklist, and I hope this was very helpful to you. Please comment down below what videos you want to see next, and I'm happy to do those for you. But anyways, thank you guys so much, and I hope you have an amazing and blessed day. Okay, bye.